There is geometry in the humming of the strings, there is music in the spacing of the spheres. As soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in a few. Anger begins with folly, and ends with repentance. There is a good principle which created order, light, and man, and an evil principle which created chaos, darkness, and woman. It is better whether to be silent, or to say things of more value than silence. Sooner throw a pearl at hazard than an idle or useless word, and do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in a few. The most momentous thing in human life is the art of winning the soul to good or evil. The oldest, shortest words yes and no are those which require the most thought. Beings have a soul. Reason is immortal, all else mortal. Above all things, reverence yourself. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. For as long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Begin thus from the first act, and proceed, and in conclusion, at the ill which thou hast done, be troubled, and rejoice for the good. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. Virtue is harmony. Strength of mind rests in sobriety, for this keeps your reason unclouded by passion. Never trust a friend who speaks bad of his comrades. Concern should drive us into action and not into a depression. No man is free who cannot control himself. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they will. Friends are as companions on a journey, who ought to aid each other to persevere in the road to a happier life. Above the cloud with its shadow is the star with its light. Above all things reverence thyself. Choose rather to be strong of soul than strong of body. A thought is an idea in transit. Do not talk a little on many subjects, but much on a few. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. If there be light, then there is darkness, if cold, heat, if height, depth, if solid, fluid, if hard, soft, if rough, smooth, if calm, tempest, if prosperity, adversity, if life, death. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. In anger we should refrain both from speech and action. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. All is number. Most men and women, by birth or nature, lack the means to advance in wealth or power, but all have the ability to advance in knowledge. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun and the sea. Number rules the universe. declining from the public ways, walk in unfrequented paths. It is only necessary to make war with 5 things, with the maladies of the body, the ignorances of the mind, with the passions of the body, with the seditions of the city, and the discords of families. Choose always the way that seems the best, however rough it may be. Custom will soon render it easy and agreeable. We ought so to behave to one another as to avoid making enemies of our friends, and at the same time to make friends of our enemies. Friends share all things. Don't judge your greatness by your shadow at sunset. Do not chase after happiness, it is always in you. Whatever they think of you, do what you think is fair. Be equally indifferent to blame and praise. Do not look back when leaving. A blow from your friend is better than a kiss from your enemy. Practice justice in word and deed, and do not get into the habit of acting thoughtlessly about anything. You should make great things, not promising great things. It is difficult to walk at one and the same time many paths of life. Power is the near neighbor of necessity. As soon as you awake, in order lay the actions to be done the coming day. Ability and necessity dwell near each other. Time is the soul of this world. Be a good son, just brother, spouse tender and good father. Even as truth does error have its lovers. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. Wisdom thoroughly learned will never be forgotten. Don't try to cover your mistakes with false words. Rather, correct your mistakes with examination. Sobriety is the strength of the soul, for it preserves its reason unclouded by passion. Learn silence. With the quiet serenity of a meditative mind, listen, absorb, transcribe, and transform. The great science of living happily is to live only in the present. If you can become an eagle, do not strive to become the first among the jackdaws. A person who is captured by his passions cannot be free. If you cannot have a faithful friend, be your own friend. Drunkenness is an exercise in madness. He who sows the seed of murder and pain will not reap joy and love. Legislation should be the voice of reason, and the judge should be the voice of the law. Thank you for watching. Share your views in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Daily Dose so that you don't miss the upcoming videos.